So I think it's just about trying to figure out how to live knowing that there is this virus existing in the world.
And
that changes everything for a lot of people.
And that just makes us even more fragile, and we recognize even more how this life is just, the fragility and the brevity of it is so hard to even ascertain, isn't it? Like, it's wild.
Yeah, it is. And it's, I think it's a huge wake-up call for sure. Yeah. And it's, I mean, I've never lived through a pandemic before, and it's just, I think I'm for the most part. I know there's people that didn't take it very seriously and still aren't, and I think that that's a shame that people still aren't, thinking that this is as serious as it is, because it's so obviously a very serious thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just think it's we're gonna have to just continue adapting.
Have you, Hales, during this time, have you had any kind of new ideas or things that you want to add kind of post-pandemic, which we're all, gosh, I hope those words go together real soon in the news, post-pandemic. Post-pandemic, do you, like, is there an idea you've had in terms of, it could be your line of work, it could be something outside of your normal line of work? Has there been an idea that's come to you like, wow, maybe, this is something that I could do to add to people's life?
I think that this time has given me the space in my brain to feel like there's been so many things that I've wanted to do, and maybe perhaps I haven't felt like I had the time or have gone out to find the resources to get it done.
Yeah.
And this time has allowed, I mean, it's not even allowed me, it's like you have no other choice but to sit there and be like, it's actually been really beautiful. I've been able to sit, pull the trigger on this thing or this situation or this idea, and I've had so much time to just be able to get on phone calls with people and say, I want to make sure that this is happening when we are in post-pandemic.
Post-pandemic, yeah.
When all of this is over, and conversations and ideas that I've had in the last 2 years of my life, because I've been able to have the space in my brain to think about it.
Wow.
And so basically, to answer your question, yes, there is a lot of things, not a lot of things, but there's things that I've been wanting to do for a really long time that I actually finally was able to really jump.
In that regard, it's an excruciating opportunity, but an opportunity nonetheless, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you. You're 23. Mm-hmm. This little blue-eyed wonder is 11.
Yeah.
Let's say it's your 23-year-old self. You're 23 going back in time now to tell your 11-year-old self something. What are you going to say?
Well, I would say, not be scared.
Oh.
I'm sure, Gracie, that you're scared. But also, I feel like this is a time that can be productive and fun, right? Like, you're not in school. I would probably have been so happy I wasn't in school at 11. You're not in school. You are hopefully having fun. I would say just try to have fun and not get anxiety and not worry about difficult, because I don't know what I'd be feeling. I don't think I'd understand fully what was going on.
Yeah. thinking about the world and thinking about people, but
Sorry.
if you, Hales, if you could change one thing in your teenage years about you, you could change one thing, what would it be?
Okay, so in my teenage years, my parents gave me the opportunity to be, they gave me the option to go to real school or to be homeschooled. It was far away from my house, or to be homeschooled. And my older sister was already going to be graduated by the time I got into the high school, so she couldn't drive me. And I would have had to take the bus every morning. It was like a 40-minute drive with it was just, I don't see why you would give a teenager the option.
Right. We blame your parents now.
Yeah, I'm like, Mom and Dad, I don't know why you would have even let me decide for myself. So I decided to be homeschooled for all of high school, and I think I regret that decision now as an adult. I wish that I would have chosen to go to real school and to just finish it out with other friends and other people and not go enjoy it.
Well, I will say this, Hales. I don't think you've been lazy a day in your life, but I appreciate the sentiment.
But you have teenagers, and teenagers can be lazy. So
even a 11-year-old can be lazy. And regret that this girl's grown up. Okay. Here, when did you? How should I say? What's the first song you heard Justin sing?
probably like that I ever heard like on the radio of him.
Yeah, ever.
Probably Baby.
Do you want?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you one time. That was like the big
One time.
Yeah, that was probably the first one I heard of his.
What's your favorite song all time?
Of his?
Well, I was gonna say in the history of the world, but we're hoping it's his.
Oh, favorite song of all time?
All time.
Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Whoa, that's so layered with.
I think so. It's also my favorite song to try at karaoke.
Oh, perfect. Okay, here we go. Let's hear a little excerpt. You can hide behind Oscar while you do it.
No. You can sing it. I'm just a poor boy. An excerpt.
I'm just a poor boy in the wonderful.
Yeah. Do you know it at all? We saw that movie together. We saw the Queen movie together, didn't we?
Oh my gosh, that was a good movie.
That was great. And I felt like it was interesting because we with an artist. Because I'm sure that Justin saw it very differently than we did, but I thought that was fun and interesting, and he had a lot to say about it at the end. So.
I just wanted to hug you both so much after that movie.
I know.
I was just like, all-time favorite.
It'd be hard for me to pick one because I think that obviously he has a lot. I can't pick one, so I'll say.
Oh, what's your yeah.
And then also from like that Journals album, I like All That Matters because I feel like those are kind of in a similar vein. And
I got a deep track Hales, do you like backpack with Lil Wayne